Hi students, today you're going to do a water cycle journey using a dice. And this is going to be like the spheres dice activity that you did, except this one is with the water cycle. So anytime that you are working in Google Slides, if the stuff on the screen is way too small, remember you can go to view and then zoom, and I'm going to put it on 100% just for right now while we talk about this. So it says, My Incredible Journey, the Water Cycle Dice Activity. You have already clicked here for the video. So then you have the 6-sided dice that's right here. When you click on that, you will click on the link to go there. And then it should already be set up for the 6-sided dice. If you happen to click on that again, it'll give you another one, but you don't want to, so you can just click that off. And then you'll hit roll to roll it each time that you need to roll. So it says, take a journey through the water cycle as a water drop. Where do you think you will go? How will you get there? What will happen along the way? And so just be cognizant of like what is happening during the water cycle. How do you get from one station to another based on the description that it gives you? So it says, take out a separate sheet of paper, like notebook paper, and set the paper up as indicated on the next slide. So if we go down to the next slide, here's slide 2. So here's just a visual of the different places you might go. And most of them are labeled. I think a couple of them might not be labeled, but anyways, so you've got groundwater, soil surface, river, glacier, animal, plants, clouds, ocean, and lake. I don't remember if there's anywhere else or not, but they're all over here, and I've put them in alphabetical order so that you can, easily get to them. All right, let's go back. Oh, and then you're going to set up your paper like this down here. So it says set up your piece of notebook paper like this. So just make 3 columns. The middle column needs to be a little bit wide because that's where you're going to write what happens. So you'll start at whatever station you want to start at. So let's say you want to start at the animals. And so you'll write animal and then what happens. So depending on what happens on your dice. So let's say that you're at the animal station and you get a 3, okay? And 3 is clouds. Notice that 1, 2, and 3 is clouds. So, if you get any of those numbers, you'll be at the clouds, or you're going to move to the clouds. So let's say you get a 3. So you're going to write down that water is emitted by animals through respiration and evaporation and rises to form clouds. So you can write an abbreviated version of that. You don't have to write necessarily word for word, but just the general idea that animals are, as they're breathing, the water that is emitted is going to evaporate. And so let's go back to here. So for example, for the first station, you started at animal. You're going to write about how when animals breathe, some of that water is evaporated. And then the destination was clouds. And so then down here, you're going to write cloud because that's the next station that you're going to. And then let's say we go to the clouds. You'll roll the dice again, figure out where it is and where you're going and what's happening with that. So again, remember, wherever it says for destination, that's what you put as your next station, and then you roll the dice and figure out where that's sending you. And you're going to do that 15 times. I think you did it 15 times for the sphere activity as well. So just kind of keep track of that. And when you're done with that piece of paper and you've visited all 15 stations, or you've done it 15 times, then make sure to put that in your science binder or science folder, whatever it is that you are keeping. And you can reference that when you do some water cycle questions, if that helps you. So let's go back and look at this. So yeah, you may start at any location in the water cycle. You'll roll the dice, read the description, go to the next station. We already talked about that. And then, yeah, when you've rolled 15 times, moving between stations, you are finished with this activity. So if you have any questions and you're at home, feel free to email me. Or if you are in class and I'm there, then make sure you ask.